The last time we spoke about Escape from Tarkov, we were reveling in what looked like the survival game to end all survival games. This time we're going to go into a little more detail regarding the engine being used and how realistic the developers are really trying to make this game. The developers have stated from the start of their development cycle that one of the key goals was to implement a level of detail that was so deep that things would work out almost exactly like you'd expect it to, as if it was real life. They even used professional Russian servicemen to help get the feeling right. And so to give you a few examples, there will be several different weapon reload animations per weapon, all unique to the weapon itself. So there's no crossover or asset sharing, all have a unique selection that were created with motion tracking equipment. The guns can jam and overheat, there's animations for the bullets getting stuck in the barrel, you can even take a bullet out of the magazine and put it in your inventory if you want to. To be honest, some of that level of detail is unlikely to be used by the majority of players. Hey, I don't even know, you might want to use it now that it's in the game, but the fact that the devs have gone there and added it anyway is a very nice touch. And to add, weapon sway is affected by the weight of the gear that you're carrying on your player, and the weapon idle position can be affected by the objects around you. So for example here, you can see the weapon gets moved by the player as he gets close to the wall, so the weapon doesn't hit it. Lots of other games use clever techniques to allow you to stand right next to walls, but here the game adapts a little bit more than others have in the past. They're not making a shortcut. Again, they're trying to mimic what you'd have to do in real life. Following that insane level of detail, something else that's always bugged me in shooters is the reliance on the developer creating the movement system that you want to use. Most will be familiar with the stand, crouch, prone mechanic that's present in almost all shooters out there these days, but here, the developers have gone a little bit further. They've implemented the option to allow any player to choose the height at which they crouch in real time. The example here shows the developer pressing C on the keyboard, holding that down, and then using the scroll wheel on your mouse to adjust the height of the crouch, so he can keep seeing through that gap in the wooden fence. How cool is that? The same system applies to the sprint mechanic as well. You can use the scroll wheel to adjust the speed that you run at. This kind of detail really is something to be commended, and to be honest, it feels right at home in a survival game. And continuing on with that amazing streak of animations as well, we have the whole suite of interactions with objects, like picking up a set of keys, opening cabinets, even lifting the lid of the trunk on a car. All of these animations have been crafted specifically for each object, and they don't just simply cue an in-game animation that opens the door like magic. You actually reach out and open it. It's really that in-depth. Taking things out of drawers looks almost like real life. Again, it's captured with motion technology. Looking at all the animation on offer here, you can almost see yourself doing these things that are in the game. It's so weird that that is actually part of a game now. A few years ago, yeah, you might have got that in the single-player campaign, but you don't get that in a multiplayer environment. But here, the developers are doing it. However, despite all this cool stuff, let's remain cautious on this one. Lots of survival games in the past have promised great things and then failed to fully deliver. I'm not saying the devs over at Battlestate Games aren't to be trusted, but this level of detail must take an insane amount of work. So let's just keep it level and try not to overhype this too much. It is cool to see what they're working on though. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep yourself locked to the channel for more information on Escape from Tarkov, because I'll be doing my best to keep you up to date with all the information coming out about this game. And of course, any new gameplay that we might get will be here as well. Leave some comments below, let me know what you think of the insane levels the developers are going to here. And while you're down in the comments, drop me a like as well. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.